Well, guys, day has not been my day at all, like at all today. So let me show you guys exactly why and tell you guys how this came to be. So yeah, so we got all this going on at the moment. Apart from this, which was my fault, we also have this, which is somebody else's fault. Let me explain to you guys exactly how this went about. Car was over here. I had a customer come in, and then I was moving some cars, and while I was doing that, they ended up coming back here and pulling this roll of wrap out, and they pulled it out from back here, and in the process, I think this roll of wrap, which is complete, it's full, and if you guys don't know, rolls of wrap are pretty heavy when they're all complete like this. So it was sitting right here. He knocked it over. It fell over, hit the quarter panel on my car. So yeah, that was the first thing that happened. So now I have this dent that I tried pushing outward myself. There, you could really see it right there. But I'm gonna have to go to a paintless dent remover to get this fixed now. And then later on in the afternoon, me and Lejeune, we went to go shoot up in the mountains, and my dumbass backed up into the two poles back to back. So I ended up hitting this pole first, straight down the middle. I didn't see it at first because I was reversing and the sun was glaring into my backup camera, so I couldn't or into the screen, so I couldn't even see the screen. So I was just relying on the mirrors. I saw the first pole. There was two poles. There was one here, one over here. I saw this one, started backing up, didn't see this one in the middle, hit it, which caused this little bit of damage right here. So I pulled up forward, moved over, and then I started backing up, paying attention to this pole because I didn't want to hit it again. And I completely forgot about the second pole and ended up smacking straight into it and causing all this damage right here. So unfortunately, this is where we're at. Bumper is basically trash now. Maybe salvageable if anybody knows how to work with fiberglass, but honestly at this point it's just trash to me. So yeah, that's where we're at. And this upcoming weekend is Wekfest, so we'll see how we go about it. Definitely gonna be on a time crunch. Kind of messed up the wrap a tiny bit right here. Hopefully it's not too much once I get a replacement bumper, but for now I'm gonna end up asking, get out of the way, Edgar. We need Edgar over here to see if he will let me use his charge speed bumper that he recently just purchased. All right, so I'm gonna ask him if he could let me borrow this bumper for the show. If not, most likely I'm gonna end up purchasing this bumper off him and then just buying him a new one. That way I can have a bumper for the show. We'll see how this works out. But I mean, this literally just happened like an hour ago. So literally crashed, or not crashed, I guess backed up into the pole. That happened. Kind of like I ended up putting a piece of wrap on the bumper and like kind of sticking it to the quarter panel so I could drive it back to the shop, so we wouldn't have the bumper just flapping around. But pretty bummed out. It's been a shitty day for me, at least I would say. Quarter panel damage and then me messing up my rear bumper. But hopefully tomorrow we could get this figured out because it's late and I definitely want to get the quarter panel damage fixed. That really bugs me. And then the rear bumper, luckily no damage to the taillights. Tiny bit right here, but that should be able to buff out. Tiny scuff right here, that should be able to buff out as well. But luckily nothing too bad on this side, but then this side completely destroyed. All right, so we're back at the shop finally. So we have an update on what's gonna happen with the rear bumper. Edgar is going to be selling me his charge speed with the carbon fiber, which you have up top. So let me bring that down so I can show you guys. Here we have it. Brand new charge speed rear bumper with the carbon fiber diffuser. Look at that. Looks perfect. No damage, no issues, no anything. It's literally brand new. Edgar bought it for his car. that he's gonna. So I was supposed to put it on his car, and then eventually I'm gonna have to buy him another one so he can have one for his car. But he's letting me have this one so I can put it on Ruby so we can have it ready to go in time for Wekfest. For now, let's flip Ruby around, get a better evaluation of the damage. Hopefully it's not too bad on the underside, and I didn't damage the third brake light that goes on the bottom. So let's flip her around, see how it is. All right, so let's see if we can get this bumper removed without damaging anything else. The license plate's stuck in there. I was trying to pull the bumper out, but apparently it wasn't working out. So backup camera, still holding on for dear life. Double-sided tape is working pretty good, but let's get that out of the way. All right, so now with the bumper removed, doesn't look too bad. License plate's banged up like crazy. Looks like the light's still pretty good. Still works. Looks like it didn't get scratched up or damaged. And the grill vent is still here. So I'll probably take this one off and put it on this one so I don't have to do the cutout again. But here's the damage. So you guys can see, basically trashed. Right here, got this big gash. All right, so I just finished sanding the whole bumper down, all smoothed out because it did have like little texture parts here and there, but now it's all good to go. Carbon fiber all in one piece. I'm probably gonna end up wrapping this little top section right here in carbon fiber just to kind of blend it in. But other than that, let's test fit the bumper on the car, make sure it actually fits properly. I need to figure out how to get this light off, and then yeah, we'll start the wrapping process. All right, so we finally got the rear bumper finally put on, along with the cutout for the light as well. So right now, I'm gonna double side tape the rear view camera again, put my license plate back on, and then later on we're gonna get a guy to come and handle this little situation right here with the dent. Look at that, it's pretty excessive. You guys can see it right here. So that definitely bugs me a lot. So this is gonna get fixed later today, so I'm not too worried about it. But rear end looks like brand new with the carbon fiber on the bottom. So I'm gonna finish wiring up the light. So we have Mauricio here, gonna be starting the dent on the quarter panels. You guys can see right there. So to get to it, I'm gonna leave it on a time lapse because we got the neighbors bumping music. There we have it. Mauricio, thank you. Ya está.
Thank you, big dog.
So you guys need any dent removal out here in the 805, hit him up. Mauricio, IG, I'll leave it down at the bottom. Mobile dent repair. You guys have it. Phone number right there. Call or text? Either or. All right, there you guys have it. Dent is all fixed up. Good to go. Car is 100 now. Definitely ready for Wekfest. So I think that's going to be the end of today's video, guys. So I'm going to end up giving her a good detail prepper for Saturday. So that's going to be the end of today's video, guys. Started off pretty shitty, but ended up working out in the end. Luckily, Edgar was able to give me his carbon fiber charge speed bumper, and Mauricio, he was able to come out and fix the dent that happened on the quarter panel. But again, thank you guys for always supporting the channel. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next one.